the online class was much worse about it. So, okay, so today's gonna be a pretty easy class. It's gonna be a pretty easy week. Let you guys lick your wounds from the test. I think most people did really well on the test for the most part. I thought a lot of 90s, a couple 70s here and there, but pretty decent. How'd you guys feel about the PHP question?
Not bad. It was. I don't know if I was like,
I did try to trick you because I told it to print true capitalized, and there was a lowercase option.
Yeah.
But you should have remembered that from your print hello world thing, right?
Yeah.
Look at the case. Look at
case sensitive printing.
Yeah. So that's important. Just read through. But I mean, you guys should be starting to kind of think programmer-like. So you can read through lines that says, okay, this one does this line does this, together they do this, and that's kind of what I want you to get out of this class. So if you do, if someone's like, hey, can you help with the script? Like, I don't really know programming that much, but it looks like this is what it's doing. So you can actually do stuff and be helpful. Puts it on one, there we go. Okay, today we're going to talk about importing and exporting files and writing to files and appending files. Because the next 3 assignments are all kind of built on each other. This week we're going to learn how to pull in files, write to files, and then next week we're going to talk about how to pull in a text from a file and then find certain stuff. Python has a lot of good built-in stuff, so you don't necessarily have to use regex, but you can if you want. So like, say you're given this huge doc. I'm gonna print off like 10 Wikipedia pages, and I'm gonna try to find like how many instances of the word banana are there. So I'll actually do this program myself, so I'll know exactly the right answer. Sometimes I don't really do that, but I just want you to be able to parse information and get stuff out of it. So that's kind of what this next couple. We'll probably do import and export today, and then Thursday we'll probably do. Is this fall break this week?
Next week.
Next week. Okay, good. We'll probably do string manipulation on Thursday, so we'll talk about more like string length, how many characters, uppercase, lowercase, stuff like that. Or I might wait to do that the week that we do the Caesar cipher. I haven't decided yet, but let's just dive in. So I made a folder on my desktop, and I called it Python files. This is where I'm going to be creating and writing to, so I would advise you guys to do the same. The easiest way to do that is just to go to this little file explorer icon, go to your desktop, and then just right-click, new file, or new folder. And then once you create the folder, double-click on it, and then you can copy. If you click this little white space right here, that shows you where it's at, and then you can just copy this and paste it into Python with a comment before it.
And you want it on the desktop?
I don't care where you put it, just know where you put it. I always just do it on the desktop because it's easy to find. But you'll have to, in order for Python to know where it's at, you'll have to include all this stuff. So that's why once you go into the file, click up here in this white space over here. And you guys can see my mouse right here, and that'll show you the actual destination on your C drive. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to create a little text file called python.text. Let's put a little hello in there. Close that. So now, in this C users Elmick Waters desktop Python files, there is the python.txt, which we will do something now. Once everyone is here, let me know. Show of eyes, look up, meet eyes with me, okay?
How did you create a text file?
Right-click in the white space. Just go new text document. You're not taking an intro to programming or intro to computers? Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Also about the new Thrice album. It's okay. It's called Palms. It's pretty good. I go Dustin Kensrue.
Black Honey's only song I've heard from them.
Black Honey, yeah, that's one of their newer. That's the last album.
The video, no, it's not messed up.
It's a pretty messed up song. I got onto them, Artist in the Ambulance, and my buddy got me onto their earlier album that has Phoenix Ignition, which is really good. It's good stuff. Thrice is good though. I also bought Amon Amarth CD.
On Mark.
Mine was good.
I'm liking about a lot of songs.
They're like
Norse, I think, right?
they are Norse as hell. Yeah, they are the Viking metal band.
They do as well.
Yeah.
I
I don't know how that dude doesn't wreck his voice.
It's weird.
Question.
I kind of want to go to one of their concerts and buy a horn so I can raise my horn. What's up?
How did you get? I have everything right there. How did you get? It says C users. Go to the file folder.
This white space right there. There's-
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
This is good right there.
And we'll use that in a second. I used to think only the Irish could write a good drinking song, but Dropkick Murphys, anybody? Kiss Me, I'm
Oh, yeah.
Faced. Yeah, that's a good song.
Oh yeah.
That gets the entire pub singing. All right, everyone here? Anyone not here? Okay. So let's get intimate with the open command. Would you guys be intimately familiar with it? So let's just call this, we'll just do it kind of simple. F equals open. So I appended this, so we need to do jumping ahead a little bit. So what this does, this tells essentially F is equal to, so essentially this is equal to F, but not actually what's in it. It's just this file that I made is equal to F. And we're opening it in Python, and then we're setting content equal to f.read, so essentially read what's in the file, and that's what content is equal to, and then we're going to print content. And of course, also we need to, what is it? Yeah, that's dot close. You don't want to leave it open, because it'll cause problems if you have a lot of data. So hopefully this will work. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. I did not. Okay, I probably need to do still doesn't like that.
Do you have to import RE if you're going to be reading a file?
I don't think there's any imports for open. Read. File name and mode, which we got that. Okay. Oh, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. No, I think that's right. Let's just try the file. Maybe it'll be able to find the file. know because it doesn't have the file. So. Okay. So something about this it doesn't like. Where's it giving me my error? What does it say the error is? Two and three. So it doesn't like. Something like that. It's using escape. I wonder if we need to change it to /. Don't do this just yet. Let me try it real quick. I vaguely remember this because / is a escape character. There it is. So you got to use /. My bad. So change all the / in the directory to /. Because / in programming is usually saying don't include this next character. It's something special. So like if you want to do a new line, it's \n or \n. Then I'll print it. If you do print hello and then \n and then another word, it'll put that on the next line. But and then you should get hello from it. You know, when everyone has it. You guys like my first day of the job outfit?
Yeah.
They say vests are for vests are there to protect you from something. Bulletproof vests protect you from bullets. Fire-resistant vests protect you from fire. Sweater vests protect you from pretty women. Got my armor on today. Anyone know that Dimitri Moore? Anybody? Or Dimitri Martin? Dimitri
Oh
Martin.
yeah, isn't he Australian? Maybe?
No, he's American. He's either American or Canadian.
Dimitri Martin. Yeah.
Skinny,
Yeah,
top. Yeah.
the hair. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
He had a decent show called Dimitri Martin's Playtime, but
He's like really dry.
Yeah. like double. So was it burlap sacks and musicals have something very similar in common? I don't want to be in either.
I'm getting a weird error.
What's it saying?
Something about traceback.
What?
Oh, the spaces.
Oh, it is.
Oh crap. For spaces, I think you have to put underscores.
I'm just getting a file not found here, even though the file and directory are there.
Is it open? Is your text file open?
Nope.
Still doing something.
You're gonna have to Google that and figure out like, hey, I'm trying to import from a directory in Python, but my name has spaces. How do I fix that? There's a way to do it. You may have to put whatever the carriage return is for new lines or for spaces, or not carriage returns. The W.
Got it.
What type of error are you getting?
There's a way to do it that you can do it as a space. I don't remember which one it is. You might try that. I don't know. You have to find it. There's a way to do a backslash, and then there's a character that means a space. You probably have to do that for where those spaces are in your file format, or you can just rename your computer and take out those spaces, whichever you want to do.
Do we have to use a text file for the open function, or can we use any other function?
If you use a docx, you have to import the docx library, like a Microsoft Word. Same thing with Excel, stuff like that. You have to actually import it, but you can open just about everything.
So all we do if for any other document is just import docx, and then docx, the file .x.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just got to import it so it knows how to handle it, and there might be some extra commands you got to do. But I'm just going to use .text. This isn't script programming. This is just intro. So I just want you guys to know the concept behind it. Okay. So now that we've opened it, let's talk about how to write.
So maybe you open this.
So you still getting what's it saying?
Trace back most recent call last. File not found. No this file or directory.
Well, you had to actually have the correct file. You have to choose the file and then import that into your open function.
Go to your building folder. Go back to yours. Double quotes.
So yeah, same thing. I'll try to run those.
Back to your folder.
So for the
Well, let's see if we can write. Let's try the next step. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's still fail out.
yeah, still same error.
Yeah, are you the administrator on that? Are you logged in as C?
I'm the only user, so I am the administrator on it.
I don't know. You can try you can just try you can just try making a folder in your C drive and just maybe see if it's just something path to screw. Okay, well let's try writing a file. So we're gonna do call this E equals open think we can create new files altogether, but it may give me the error of file not found. So let's just give it a shot. We're going to do W this time for write, and I need a quotation mark there. I made a mistake in the line before. I need to call this E.
What's the worst thing that has a file? We'll write it down.
That should work. It may not because it's not there, but there's a way to create new files with Python, but I think this is how you do it. It's been a minute, guys. So let's give this a shot, see what happens.
Nothing came up.
IO not readable. So it's not liking the read. So let's just do this. Let's cut out that line. Cut out this line. Close it, and then we'll R.
Why did you do it again?
This one's just reading it. So essentially what I did is I wrote it, and then I closed it, and then I'm opening it again as read. Which that's what this part right here means. I'm reading it, I'm writing it. You can also append, which we'll do next, and then we'll be done. Let's see if that worked. There it is. And if I go to my folder, we now have two files. Python created another file for me.
Can you go back?
Come on, guys. You all need to be able to type 60 words per minute at least.
Say what I messed
Come on, guys. We've all been around computers our whole life. I can do like 80 whenever I'm making a lot of mistakes.
Oh, you changed that.
I'm accurate at 70, 72, 73. As long as there's not a lot of like symbols and crap. Because how quick are you to put a % sign in? You're like, well, which one is it? So it's 5. Kind of slows you down a little bit.
Sounds like an excuse.
Excuses are nails in the house of failure. Some of y'all building a pretty damn big house. I'm just kidding, guys. You guys are great.
So it's your file then. You have to find the right one.
I'd say like 80% of this class, you guys are doing well. Even if you're not doing great on the assignments, since you're trying, you will make a decent grade in
I
class.
printed mine, but it gave me an error code too.
Did you close it?
Oh, really? Yeah, it's closed. Oh, wow.
Replacing. It's just called.
Well, I made mine Python 2. I don't know if that maybe it's because you're essentially overriding another one. That changes stuff here too.
That's what it was.
You
But I
maybe
actually named the file
John
Python.txt, so I was looking for Python.txt.
Oh,
That's it.
that makes sense.
I'm
figured out what the error was on mine.
What was yours doing?
When I'd save the file, I named it python.txt instead of just naming it Python and letting it actually parse the txt itself.
Oh, so it was python.txt.txt.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
I gotcha.
Note to self: program will automatically parse the file extension.
Oh. E, it's supposed to be E equals.
Oh.
I guess I can mark that.
Also, okay, everybody, on your home computers, you need to do this. And I would do that on these computers as well. Go to File, or this window, the folder manager. Go to View, and then File Name Extensions. Check that, especially on your home computers, so that whenever you download something, you can see if it's a .exe or it won't just. This makes it so that it actually shows what type of file it is
So just the file name.
instead of just the file name. So that would affix yours. So
Yeah.
you need to do that.
No,
And this
just,
changes it for everything.
Just on view.
File name extensions, you have to click on View. So go to the little folder. You should do that at home as well, especially as you get to like forensics and pen testing. It's gonna be really important. So you should all do that. Here's a least helpful tip number 3 today. Okay, so let's append. So append, as you can guess, it's going to be a file type, or it's going to be a class. So we're going to do f equals open. Let's just copy this whole first line. There's no sense in typing it all again. We're going to change this to append. So essentially what we're doing we're opening this, and rather than writing, so if you do W, it's just going to write over it. So whatever you had in initially, whenever you do something, it's going to completely get rid of it. So with append, you're actually going to add it to the next line. So append, and we'll do f.write, write. This is the second line of this text file. You can put it in there whatever you want. I don't really care.
Hammers and bananas.
That works for me.
You have the parentheses after F close.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. And then I'm just going to copy that first one again, and I'm going to paste it under that one. So I'm going to reopen it and reprint it. And all I did there was just copy that first thing we did and paste it below the append statements.
Oh,
Yeah, the whole thing. So now whenever we save and run, it just appends it right to the next thing. It doesn't print a new line, but we can fix that by going there. So now we have added a line. So everyone see what I did there with a \n, prints it to a new line. So when we go to that file, we have the two things that we just added. Does that make sense? Pretty easy.
you go back to
Okay.
Now the assignment that I'm going to do for this, I haven't quite cooked it up yet, but your home computer is going to be a little different. So you got to use pretty much the same method that we did here, where we created a new file, then we found out the file path. If you have a space in your name, of your computer name, if it's like Roberts space suite space computer, you're going to have to figure out a way past that. So, or you can do it in the Cyber Lab. Go to 131 and just do it there. I'm sure there's someone on the internet who's had that same problem, so go to Stack Overflow, go to Google, and just find out. If you can't figure it out, just rename your computer for this assignment. The impetus is on you, so you're going to have to figure it out. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. It's part of the journey. Is everyone's working?
Oh. So you should run this one again.
Yeah, every time you run it, it's going to add a new line to that. So if I do it, Control A.
Because when you You run it, it actually puts that line in the text and saves it. It saves the file.
So I just ran it 3 more times, so I have, oops, that's not
Wrong one.
there it is. So keep that in mind. If the fact that the right one doesn't keep appending lines is because it keeps rewriting it. So it essentially keeps deleting it and then recreating it. What's up?
Alright. What issue am I having right here? Value error.
Oh, because you're running to tab.
Oh shoot, I didn't see that. Okay, thanks.
Everyone's working,
Alright, yeah.
It's working, but I'm getting there.
but it's still working.
Yeah.
Man, don't worry about it.
Well,
I mean, if it's working, it's fine. Whenever you do this at home, it'll probably work fine.
Oh, it says mine is an unsupported operation.
yeah, that's what mine is.
But it's still working.
Operational closed file.
No.
That means that you're trying to mess with something that's closed.
Let's go to
So
your.
what happened if you went to your individual ones?
Oh, wow.
Probably. So I could just save it.
It's already saved.
Or delete it, just save it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just keep
does
doing
it have to reopen it for this one?
It's F open.
Just kill all that and just copy this entire.
It's right here.
And then go with your file.
So it does delete it.
Okay, we have some hammers.
Are you getting that same one? Probably should.
Bananas, that you're going. Hammers, bananas.
It's
The only
this has an unsupported operation right here.
difference is the W or
I was trying to write, but you're using R. You W I.
Okay, yeah, W. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anybody else having issues? Everyone got it?
what is the R stand for?
Read.
Read.
Read, write.
Hey, you want to see my huge line of code right here? So this is
And that's not sure. Go to your.
word away, text it again. Second
It's a lot. Mine just says hammers and bananas over and over. I don't know why I chose hammers and bananas, but it's pretty funny to read. Oh wow. My top, the top is called poopy. Well, it's called poop, so like the PY makes it poopy.
How was it for you guys?
What?
Just the code.
It's gone.
Okay. Did you take the calc finally?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I don't know, honestly. No, I messed up on some of it.
Well, he's grading them now, so they might want to go see one later today.
Why?
Hammers, I want bananas.
Oh, that's the only way. For me, I do have to access it to get my grade.
Oh,
Remember, he doesn't have long lists. Oh, actually, he does, but he doesn't have the D2L.
yeah. I just want to know what I missed, honestly. I doubt he graded it already.
Oh, I know that because he graded mine and I got mine back. But granted, I did take it the first day. But
Yeah, I took mine yesterday.
well, you're probably not going to get back till the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
But
And I think mine on Thursday, like, okay, we don't have class, so I just went to the library, sat in there and took tests real quick.
This is Mullins class this week.
yeah, I got one more class to this thing. It feels so good to have my 9:30 off. I know you feel the same way.
No, it starts up again next week.
Oh, I know for now, but I just think this week.
I'm glad 'cause I have a
Break
paper.
for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold my classes this semester, 16 weeks.
They're what?
16 weeks.
Mix it up a little bit, man. It's not it actually.
I got 2-8.
Yeah, mix it up a bit.
Well, I've
Get more
got,
done and you have more time.
I've got,
like it.
Monday, Wednesday, I've got, down the hall with, Preston Haynes for networks and cybersecurity. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got Comp 2 over in the University Center at 9:30 and then over here.
You don't have it in the humanities building?
Yep.
I thought you
No,
would.
Dr. Khan's classroom's over there. His humanities building would be a whole lot better since I have to walk across the square or I have to drive.
Yeah, I have mine at Comp 1 in the humanities.
Especially when I get the fact that I've got a teacher that, has a tendency to run long.
Just leave.
I
I
have.
can't say anything.
That is all I wanted to teach today.
Oh, great. Okay.
So pretty easy. Your assignment shouldn't be a whole lot more than that. I might just have you make like, because I want you guys to be able to incorporate it in code. So I might say, have it ask the user for a string, and then write it to a file called, latest changes, and then append it to another file. So essentially, like every time you run it, whatever new you put in, that's going to be the new one, and then the append,
Just gonna keep writing.
it'll be like kind of like a log. You'll keep writing over the
Yeah.
newest update, and you'll keep appending to all updates. So I might do something like that. Shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. Since I've showed you how to do everything, you just have to incorporate input from user. So we're gonna.
Hey, this is fun. It's fun, a lot of fun.
Alright, running.
No, it's in 4 months.
So now
Really?
you're creating a new file. I'm creating it. Nothing was saying that there wasn't a file.
Awesome. Can't wait till Let's Go comes out.
So what?
Let's Go.
So that.
Switch game. The Pokemon Switch game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it from next year.
Wow.
Started breeding in Pokemon Go.
Oh, breeding.
Can you even fight?
Yeah, I played Pokemon 10
You
years
can't
ago.
do
I really,
PvP, but you can fight some gyms,
Yeah.
That's kind of.
which is actually
I got
a
a bit.
gym and about a half dozen
put
Pokestops
Pokemon
out here.
about to.
Why would you be able to
Yeah.
fight?
Alright, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, and everyone can have
Last time I played
was the
Pokemon, I was
whole
getting
a
guaranteed.
wonderful afternoon, rest of your day.